Decluttering makeup. At least that's one of the things. I think I'm going to swatch them and then toss them. Otherwise, you're gonna look like a clown. I'm just telling the truth. I love y'all. I think it's time for dinner. Good morning, squad. Sunday. Got a little bit of work to do today, but like every day, I'm going to spend time with my Creator, the Lord. Oh, yeah. It should be evident in how you live your life that you have a relationship with your Creator. You have a relationship with the Lord. Just touching on that real quick. Let's get this day started. Decluttering makeup. At least that's one of the things. I had a nail come off after I got home yesterday, but that's nothing I can't fix. This is a palette of beautiful eyeshadows. I got this from the Dollar General and it has a 12-month expiration date. So I think I'm going to swatch them and then toss them. The thing about makeup is they do have expiration dates. Let me show you. That little canister there, my thumb is 12 months from when you open it. I didn't find out about those until maybe 2 years ago. I almost want to put stickers on the products when I open them and put the dates of when I open them so that way I can keep track of everything. But yeah, that's one of the things we're doing today, makeup declutter. Let's see what we have. So aside from this palette, I'm going to gather together all my makeup here that I either have not used in a while and try to remember best I can if I've used it in the last 6 months. And I'll use that goal as a way to gauge whether or not I should toss it. And it will go in here. So as you can see, I have a pretty hefty amount. One of the caps of the lipstick came off. We'll get to that later. I'm going to go by category of what type of makeup it is. We've got palettes, foundations that I've used. We have, and quite a bit, I might add, all the lip colors, all our eye makeup and brows, glosses, a blush, stick foundation, and like a balm, lip balm, and a makeup brush cleaner from Shop Miss A. So this is the LA Colors bronzer. As you can see, that little bit of color from it is from me dancing around in my makeup bag with my other makeup when I used to have it in there. This is a bronzer. I definitely haven't used this in 6 months. This, however, has a 36, I don't know why I'm pointing like this where you guys can see it. This has a 36-month expiration date. So 3 years. But I haven't used it in the last 6 months, so it's got to go. Trash can in front of me. I bought this from a local beauty supply store, Malibu Glitz 6 glitter cream palette colors. And we're checking and smelling if it applies. All of these. Because that's also a factor in determining whether or not a product is still good, even if it's close to or outside of its expiration date. It's just best to toss it. If product is separating from itself, like how oil separates from peanut butter, it's time to toss it. Don't play with that and put that on your face. Just don't. Just don't. An array of beautiful colors. I think there was only one of these that I didn't use, and that's that creamsicle orange one. You could barely see that, but there's glitter in it, basically. And I think that's why, a big factor in why I stopped using it. I'm like, okay, you gave me one thing in the package, but that's not what I got. Now this golden one here, it's just a sprinkle of glitter. It wasn't going to, like, you know, smear it on heavily and just be completely opaque and full of color and pigmented like I thought it would be. Let's finally get into this creamsicle orange one before I decide whether or not I'm going to toss it. I don't see one, but typically for any eye makeup products that's from shadow mascaras or something, the maximum expiration date for those 6 months, especially mascaras and eyeliners, because you definitely can't play with anything you're putting on around your eyes. It's definitely been more than 6 months. Got to go. So this is the Pretty Glam palette. I got this from Dollar General. I think it cost me $5, between 5 and 10. Not that much. Pretty inexpensive. And I know a lot of times, just because a product is inexpensive, then that makes us question the quality, but that's not always the case. Speaking of that, Dollar Tree is no longer Dollar Tree. It's $1.25. That's all I say. No shade. No shade. That's all. Now for blushes, I'm not sure as to the default maximum expiration date for those. So this is a stick blush. We have Elf, a lipstick I bought from Dollar Tree. Fun fact, this was going to be in a video. I wanted to do earlier this year of full face of makeup with Dollar Tree products. It did not work out. You ever look at a lipstick color and think it's gonna look great on me, and then when you put it on, it look terrible? This is what happened with this one. So this color is in Sociable. Now, gorgeous color, and let's swatch. Goes on very smooth. I don't believe it's been 6 months since I bought this. So that's the first keep in the pile. Gorgeous color. But when you put it on, you're going to need either a slightly darker shade to put on first of lip liner, so it doesn't bleed around your lip line. Otherwise, you're gonna look like a clown. I'm just telling the truth. I love y'all. I mean, from the camera angle, it looks like, okay, it'd be perfect, but in person, it's too light. This is a bit too dark for me, which is why if you're trying a foundation for the first time, buy one slightly darker than your color, darker than your complexion, and one a little bit lighter, so that way you can highlight those areas to balance everything out. That way you're not looking too light or too dark and you don't look crazy, and it blends in with your neckline. Just a free tip I'm putting out there. So I emptied this out. Ain't no more in there. Oh well, I'll be gosh darn. There's a little one though. Yeah, all three. So we got to work to get the bottom of this out of here. With the 3 of these, I might have a quarter of the bottle left that I can use. Hey, no tossing of any of the foundations. This is beautiful, gorgeous red, but it is something you have to use like a burgundy, maroon type of lip liner to go with. In the keep pile. And then also liquid cats. But the thing about darker based lipsticks, they don't really, I don't know, they don't really do it for me. Maybe I just haven't found the right one. I'll look back on this video to know to buy it again. Toss. Can't play with it. If it's smelling off, it's time to drop it off. Bars. I think it's time for dinner. In the mood to try a chicken sandwich, but a vegan one. Yeah. So I use spinach as my replacement for lettuce, personal preference, but looks about as good as Chick-fil-A. I'm about to bite into it. Let's stop playing with it. Let's get the first bite. Good God. I'll see y'all tomorrow.